Welcome one, welcome all to the Skaneateles YMCA. Tonight, for the first time in about 2.5 years, we've got the Battle of the Lakers tonight from W.G. Allen Ice Arena as Skaneateles hosts Cazenovia. Welcome inside, everybody. Eric Moon and Jared Johnston with you all tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on CNOI Stream and the Skaneateles YouTube page. And Jared, this is an interesting stretch for both of these teams, both in the midst of back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Third game in that string for Cazenovia tonight. Skaneateles in that second game. I tell you what, it's a lot of hockey both these teams are playing right now.
Yeah, I mean, and the big thing that you're looking at, you were talking about before we got onto this broadcast, is a new goalie matchup. Makes sense with the back-to-back matchup. I mean, you look at Skaneateles, they're at 12-0, they're undefeated. And then Cazenovia, on the other hand, they really only have 3 more games on their schedule. Tentatively, could schedule more. Right now, they're 1-1 on the season, looking at that so far.
And we're going to start with the Skaneateles side of things, looking at what they have done so far this year. Madison County, of course, was, when we talk about Cazenovia, Madison County did not let them start playing until March 1st. Their first game was March 2nd. Here, actually, against Cortland Homer. Skaneateles, they've been playing since February 10th, and they have been mowing down the competition. 12-0, 87 goals in those 12 games, and primarily the production is coming from Charlie Major and Garrett Krieger.
Yeah, you're looking at Garrett Krieger, 21 goals, 21 assists, 42 points. Or actually, he has more than that. When you're looking at Garrett Krieger, he scored 2 goals offensively against CBA, a close match for Skaneateles, winning 3-2. They only got a goal a period, which is uncharacteristic for them, but he's going to be an offensive leader into this game tonight. Then when you're looking at Charlie Major, on the other hand, he has been tremendous this season with 9 goals, 32 assists on the season. But for Cazenovia, on the other hand, the big man to watch is number 7 on the other side, Gannon Howden. He got 4 goals and an assist against Liverpool. He added another assist before that against Homer. Through 2 games played, 6 points. He's their guy, and he has to get going.
7 goals in the first 2 games of the year for Cazenovia, 4 from Houghton. And on the Skaneateles side of things, Charlie Major and Garrett Krieger. Krieger has recorded at least 2 points in all 12 games this year. Major at least 2 points in 11 of 12 games this year. Going back to the goaltending tonight, some fresh legs in goal. Chad Lowe for Skaneateles, Owen Bailey from Cazenovia. First start of the year for Bailey, second start of the year for Chad Lowe. What are you looking from these goaltenders tonight?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's tough for them to get in. I mean, if you're talking about a lack of game time, not only waiting for COVID, but also just waiting to get on the ice for Skaneateles with 3 goaltenders. I mean, for Chad Lowe, he's going to have a team in front of them, just shore up solid defense. You're just asking him to make that first save. For the most part, that defense is consistent, solid. They're going to clear up those second chance rebounds out in front. And then on the other hand, for Cazenovia, I mean, it's going to be a really tough job for Owen Bailey. This is a team that we've been talking about scoring at an electric pace. And for him, you're just going to ask him to do as much as he can because it's going to be an overwhelming offensive onslaught from Skaneateles.
4 starts and 7 appearances for Owen Bailey in that last year for Cazenovia. For Chad Lowe, a year ago, 8 games, 7 starts, 7 wins in those 7 starts. And this year has made some appearances. He has 1 win. That was in his only start. He's appeared in 3 games. And he has appeared in action recently. On Monday, he came in, last night against CNS, came in and made 6 saves on 6 shots, split the game with Adam Casper in goal. Just under a minute left in warm-ups here inside W.G. Allen Ice Arena. Battle of the Lakers tonight. Cazenovia and Skaneateles. First time these 2 teams have met since November 21st of 2018. That was a 9-0 win for Skaneateles in their season opener that year. And Jared, for tonight, what's your key to victory for both these sides?
I mean, for Skaneateles, it's just you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, we've had all this talk about Garrett Krieger and Charlie Major, but when you keep looking at them, they've got plenty of offensive production. You look at the senior defenseman, Drew Henderson, on the defensive end, getting going in the offensive zone. They got plenty of guys that can contribute. So for them, it's just to make sure that you're playing a consistent game when you're getting all those lines rolling. And then for Cazenovia, of course, it's key for these first really 5 minutes is key. How you set the tone, how you set the pace of the game, because if you let in that first goal, it's going to be hard to climb back in, that's for sure.
Lakers and Lakers tonight here in the Skaneateles YMCA. Both teams gathering up team pucks and huddling around their own nets at their respective ends of the ice. And we will step aside for just a little bit as we will get started in lineups and the national anthem before puck drop tonight here at WG Allen Ice Arena.
Tonight, the Lakers play host for the Skaneateles Lakers, and now they starting out for the visiting Lakers. Junior, number 27, James LaFever. Junior, number 20, Josh Valley. Junior, number 15, Dan Slow. Sophomore, number 17, Jake Quillen. Sophomore, number 16, Dyson Fredrickson. And the senior, number 1, Owen Bailey. And at the halftime, Skaneateles Lakers, senior, number 14, Ben Kleiner. Senior, number 18, Cole Kennedy. Senior, number 34, Jacob French. On defense, number 11, junior, Colin Morrison. Senior, number 13, Drew Henderson. And middle sophomore, number 30, Chad Lowe. Officials who taught us Mr. Kyle Chili and Mr. John Quigley. Ladies and gentlemen, as we honor our great nation and the men and women who serve our country at home and overseas, we ask you to stand and move your hats and caps and play our national anthem.
It's a hockey night in Skaneateles, and we've got the Battle of the Lakers tonight. Casanova and Skaneateles. Puck drop just moments away. Eric Moon and Jared Johnston with you all tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Skaneateles YouTube channel and CNY Stream. And once again, let's take a look tonight at our starting goaltenders. First, for Cazenovia, making his first start of the year, Owen Bailey in the team's third game. A year ago, 0-4 in 4 starts and 7 games for the Caz Lakers. As for Skaneateles tonight, Chad Lowe with his second start of the season tonight in the middle of 3 games in a row and 3 nights for Skaneateles. In his one start, he got a 12-save shutout against Ontario Bay back on February 21st. Also appeared in action last night against CNS. He and Adam Casper splits time in net. 23 minutes for Casper, 22 for Lowe, in an 8-0 win against Cicero North Syracuse. Ben Clymer for Skaneateles and Josh Whaley for Cazenovia at center ice. And we are underway from W.G. Allen Ice Arena. French reaches out to poke it into the corner. And Cazenovia sends it around. Clymer breaks out off the pass. French tries to jam it in on goal from the side. The net can't get there. French with the puck though. Skaneateles with possession. French tried to cycle it down low for Kennedy. Puck pops up in the air, pinballs around, and French picks it up again and sends it around town looking for Clymer. Clymer with it again. Cycles down low for French. Got tangled up with the official. Still has possession. Pressured by Whaley coming in defensively. Centering try for Kennedy was in his skates, and Cazenovia takes it as Dan School sends it out, but not far. Tyson Fredrickson having trouble with it as Cole Kennedy applies the pressure. Kennedy on the second try shovels it in deep. Back to get it is Whaley. And in off from the blue line. There's a one-time shot from Henry Major is denied by Bailey. His first save of the night. That was actually Krieger going in to get the puck, and the centering try was to his line mate Henry Major.
Yeah, it was good pressure there, good save by Bailey, but at the same time, if you're a Cazenovia, Skaneateles, getting pressure early, that's what you know, and they're just making sure they force it to the outside and make sure there's nothing dangerous there.
Just about a minute into the first period, scoreless game between Cazenovia and Skaneateles. Just the one shot so far right there for Scan. Jack Donelon pressured, and here's Garrett Krieger walking in, taking the shot, and a nice save is made by Owen Bailey. Krieger picked up some speed pretty quickly just inside the blue line. Got a nice shot off, but Bailey shut it down. So once again, it's that line for Skaneateles. Charlie and Henry Major, centered by Garrett Krieger, getting chances early. Here's Henry Major, taking it around the goal. Now it's the entering try, back to the defense. And Drew Jensen couldn't hold on to it because it was in his skates. Kept it at the line by Krieger, who's covering for Jensen. Now it's Charlie Major, tries to dangle through it, Laker. And Henry Major picks it up. His centering try blocked. He has it again, and he's pinned to the boards. Cazenovia picks it up. It's Gresnik. Gave it away to Charlie Major. Drew Jensen's backhand pass goes to the corner, and the centering try from Henry Major deflects away, and it's cleared by Cazenovia. They'll get a full change. Scan tries to move quick. It's Charlie Major who just misses the pass from Luke Riddell, and Skaneateles will complete a full change. Now low to get it was Krieger, and he's now going to take the change himself. Cleared out to center. Colin Morrissey picks it up inside the neutral zone. Luke Riddell on the pass, sends it ahead for Jack Weeks. It's just off the toe of his stick down the ice for an icing call. And even if it touched his stick, it was behind the red line, so icing is the call for sure.
Yeah, looking at that, Skaneateles still had possession of the puck. They made sure they controlled it well. I'd say there's a good forecheck there from Hines, making sure he got in on the offensive, forcing that play out, and now they got a draw in the offensive zone.
2-1 shots for Skaneateles so far, a little more than 2 minutes into the first period tonight from W.G. Allen Ice Arena. Bryson Weaver with it, banks it off the boards and just out, but deflects back in for Cazenovia. Dan Skoll gets it out, but the Lakers' Skaneateles recovers again, and a long wrister from Jack Weeks is handled by Bailey. Jack Weeks had a pretty good night last night against Cicero North Syracuse. A couple points, a goal, and an assist for Weeks. He lines up on the right side of the face-off circle in white. Puck goes right to him, and he cycles it down low for his line mates. Centering try. taken by Kieran McGowan. McGowan centers in front. That one goes off the side of the net. Luke Renault was creeping in from the point and got a good chance. And Casanova is forced to ice the puck.
Yeah, again, that's the play behind the net in Gretzky's office. When you're thinking about that for Casanova, yeah, it's fine to force pressure to the outside, but once they get it behind, they get close penetration near the net of Bailey. That's something you got to keep working on, keep an eye on, especially if I'm the coach on that Casanova side.
And great awareness from Luke Renault. Saw a lot of open space on the left side of the ice. Came in, found that space as a defenseman pinched in, and got a good chance. Here's French coming out in front, takes the shot and puts it wide. Ben Clymer with the rebound now. Clymer centers in front. Another shot is blocked from Carter Corbett. Sends it down low for French's centering try blocked. Now he tries a wraparound chance. It's loose at the side of the goal. Clymer picks it up. He has it behind the net now for Scan. Coming out to the line. And he'll play it down low for French. French has an open man in front. French centers across. One more pass just behind French. Would have been a great looking play, but the pass was just behind. Kaz with it again, and they send it out. And that will go all the way down the ice. Not enough for icing, though, and Drew Jensen recovers it for Scan. Still a scoreless game, but we almost had our first tally on a nice passing play that almost resulted in a goal between Jacob French and Carter Corbett. Flipped in, that time by McCrone. Kaz with it. Saucer pass batted out of the air by Charlie Major. Batted down again. Major centers in front for Henry. And it's chipped ahead. Charlie Major in the corner. Hit to the ice by Fredrickson. It is Drew Jensen pitching it. Charlie Major trying to battle for it. 5 players total. 2 for Kaz, 3 for Skaneateles there. And on the cycle play, it comes out in front. Krieger couldn't get a shot or possession. Now Charlie Major on the cycle. Carries out towards the line. He'll switch with Drew Jensen. Charlie Major still dangling at the blue line. His backhand pass blocked down. Shipped out just past the blue line by Kaz. The chase is on for it at the red line. Back to get it McCrone. Sends it ahead for Charlie Major. Cross ice feed on the tape of Henry Major, but he couldn't hold on. Scan in the middle of a defensive change. And they just got the puck down the ice and just got a foot off the ice from their 6th player on the ice. 5 minutes into the first. Scoreless game. Charlie Major out in front. The backhand shot is sailed high, and that one went off the netting before the official made a nice catch. Slow to get up in the corner is a Kaz Laker. That is Gavin Wynn, but he's good to go, it looks like now, making his way to the Kaz bench.
Yeah, Eric, for Casanova, looking at the defensive organization so far, it's been pretty good, even when Scan's been in the zone nearly the whole time. You saw guys like Jack Donlan follow his man. Really smart awareness from the group so far.
Yeah, majority of the chances, of course, coming from the Major Krieger line. A giveaway that time. Aiden McGowan centering try picked off by Whaley. Deflects behind the goal. Still fighting for it on both sides. It's chipped ahead for Dan Skoll, who can't hold on to it. And Morrissey flips it back down. Win to get it. Still fighting for it, and Kaz sends it down. Skoll sends it all the way. And it is icing on Casanova. 9:26 to play. First period. Kaz and Scan scoreless tonight. Shots 3-1 for Skaneateles. Kaz in the dark navy blue jerseys tonight. Very navy blue, not quite black jerseys. Skaneateles in white. Cole Kennedy in the right side corner. Here's a centering shot in front, picked off. It pinballs around to the slot. Cole Kennedy out there to get it. Battle for it commences again. Aiden McGowan and a big collision down there with Whaley, and that'll be a penalty on Scan. Aiden McGowan to the box for holding. A lot of action going on in that corner. McGowan went down and held on to Whaley as he went down, so he'll go to the box for 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's never a good penalty you want to take, Eric, in your offensive zone. That's the one place where you're not vulnerable. And I mean, you're looking at the offensive movement. They had good pressure there with Cole Kennedy trying to combine with the freshman Sean Kowick out in front in the middle of the slot there, but now they're down a man and they got to work with it.
Ice has been tilted in the first 6 minutes, and now the puck will come the other way with the first power play of the night belonging to Casanova. Scan gets the draw, and Charlie Major will clear it out to the neutral zone, not far, as it's sent back in by Jack Donlin. Cleared that time by Luke Renault. And Owen Bailey will stop it behind the goal for Donlin. Charlie Major with the pressure, applying it, and forcing a steal. Now a 2-on-1 potentially for Scan. Here's Major, faking the shot, centers in front, and Krieger just whiffed on that chance. He had an open net, but he just whiffed on the shot. Now Krieger has it again in the slot. Dangling to the backhand, centering try, still loose there in the slot. Another shot off the post, still loose there. It's under Bailey, now loose, still in the crease. And the play is blown dead for a penalty on Casnovia.
Yeah, I mean, good recovery, I guess, in some respects. Bryson Weaver had to get behind his goalie, Bailey, to try to make a defensive play. First, he blocked the pass. Then he was inside his own net to get that block where they were vulnerable there, and that's on the power play. And now they got to take a penalty to try to make up for that defensive lapse. Multiple lapses, really. You could have seen maybe a goal in on there. On the chance there from Krieger, but he ultimately whiffed on the play.
Even on the power play, Jared, quickly, would you say that was a good penalty given the scoring chance? Even if you're on the power play there with that kind of scoring chance against you.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of work to do. I mean, now Scan's the other way. Casnovia still applying defensive pressure, but they got to keep it to the outside again there. Skaneateles the other way, forcing chances through the slot now.
20 seconds left on the Skaneateles penalty. They'll get about 43 seconds of power play time. Centering try, picked off. Here's Renault walking in, centering for Krieger. Nice poke check by Bailey as the pass was just out in front of Krieger. Now Donlin through center for Kaz. Pressured by Drew Henderson. He got around him. Donlin with a shot save made by Lowe. And he'll hold on for the stoppage as the penalty just expires on Skaneateles. So their power play time starts now for 43 seconds as we're just about to the halfway point of the first period, 7:33 to play in the opening frame. So it's 5-on-4 for Scan, and the draw goes to Skaneateles and Luke Renault. Drew Henderson setting things up behind the goal, and here come the Lakers. Renault cross-ice pass between two of his teammates. And it's taken that time by Weaver, taken away by Krieger. Dangling through the slot, went down on that play while dangling. There's a stick in the net as well. Back to the line, Drew Henderson. Over to Krieger. Krieger down low for Charlie Major. One more in front. Renault just put it wide. Puck still loose behind the net. Renault sends it out for Charlie Major. Now up top for Henderson. Charlie Major. Charlie walking into the slot. Takes the shot. Score! It deflects in off a skate in front. Not sure if it was a skate of a Kaz Laker or a Scan Laker, but it goes in, and Skaneateles finally breaks through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Casnovia looked like they had set up somewhat well with the T, getting two guys out in the slot. But ultimately, that play wouldn't have happened if you had Bryson Weaver. Had a chance to clear it near the left side of that neutral zone. That's got to get off the glass and out. And as a result, that sustained pressure has Scan up 1-0.
So we'll wait for the official scoring on this one, the official announcement. But we believe it's Charlie Major's goal for now from what we saw up here. Jack Buff with it now. Banks it ahead for Jack Weeks. Weeks pressured by two Cavs players. Weeks to get it again. Kieran McGowan to help out, and he chips it down low. Taken there by Tyson Fredrickson. Pinched ahead and pinching in, Drew Jensen. Jensen cycles it around for Torrey. Torrey back to Jensen at the half wall. The goal will be given to Luke Renault. Renault with the tip out in front. Charlie Major the assist as a penalty is called on Skaneateles and Drew Jensen coming out of the zone. That time it'll be a trip at 8:48 on the clock. Third penalty of the period already, second by Skaneateles. So once again, the goal to Luke Renault, the assist to Charlie Major. And for Renault, that is goal number 20 on the season and point number 28 from the blue line, no less. Lakers are shorthanded now. Skaneateles, that is. Fredrickson with the keep in on the attempted clear by Charlie Major. And now Renault fires it out. Krieger tried to chip it by. And now it's Charlie Major within the neutral zone, picking up speed. Major weaves back around and decides to waste more time on the clock. Henderson flips it all the way down. Krieger goes in to get it, working on Jake Gravelding. Krieger gets possession. Minute left now in the Cavs power play. He goes down on a check. Major with a steal. Nice dangles, but he couldn't get through the legs of Fredrickson, and a penalty is called on the play on Casnovia. For the second time already this period, after getting a power play, Casanova takes a penalty to end their power play.
Yeah, not a good look, but if there's one thing that's positive, you like the physicality going in on their best player on the other side for a scan, Garrett Krieger. It was Gravelding there, making contact, winning the puck back, but either way, now you're shooting yourself in the foot here, giving away another power play chance.
It is a hooking penalty on Casnovia. Taken behind the net, centering try by Henry Major. Behind the back was picked off. Renault sends it across for Henderson. Henderson walks in, takes the shot, sails it high, and around the goal, Renault keeps it in, off the ricochet. Renault with a shot, blocked down by a stick. Now Ben Clymer with possession, back up top for Renault. Renault weaves away from a defender, chips it down low onto the centering try, goes wide of the net. Clymer tied up, that time with Wynn. It is under Wynn, dug out, that time by Torrey, sent out for Henderson. Renault up top, 10 seconds left in the Skaneateles penalty. Henderson's shot tipped wide off the stick of Lefevre. And now it is cleared out by Jack Donlin, as Skaneateles will take a brief power play, 30 seconds now. Renault through center on the late pass from Henderson. Renault chips it back for Charlie Major. Major in the right circle, drops it off for Renault. Up top now for Henderson. 20 seconds on the power play. Krieger left side, back to Henderson. Takes the shot, that deflects wide off the leg of Colin Morrissey. Krieger up top for Henderson. Walking in, shot block, he has it again. Over to Krieger. Krieger in the slot, takes the shot, score! Off the glove of Bailey and in. And Skaneateles 2 for 2 on the power play early, has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, great play there and to get the shot off in the slot, but a guy that I'm looking at that might be overshadowed in some respects are looking in the slot. I saw Colin Morrissey, who's a defender, getting in that slot, kind of a space to screen the goaltender. That took out Fredrickson at the play, and after he drew some space inside close towards the net, there was really all the opportunity there to take a shot on net and score.
26th goal of the season for Garrett Krieger. French with a steal. That shot goes wide. Krieger gets the goal, his 26th of the season. The assist belongs to Drew Henderson, his 16th assist and 18th points of the year. Dump in blocked by Jeffrey McCrone that time. Big collision at the corner. Now Fredrickson at the line. Shot is blocked and deflects to the corner on the left side. Cycled around for McCrone. McCrone pressured that time by James Lefevre. McCrone will back out, go the other way, spin away from another Cavs player, and send it around the net for Jensen. Jensen, risky play near his net. Clymer chips it ahead, and now it's chipped out by Clymer, looking for French, but just out of his reach. Fredrickson back out to the red line. Jensen takes it away for the Lakers. Here's Drew Jensen walking in. Jensen with a shot, he just put it wide. He dangled right by Fredrickson and got a really good look. Up the right wing boards it goes. Scan tried to keep it in with McCrone, but now it's dumped back in on goal by Jacob French. Under 3 minutes to play, first period. 2-0 Skaneateles on a pair of power play goals coming from Luke Renault and Garrett Krieger. All coming in the last 5 minutes of play as well here in the first period. Drew Henderson down to get it, chips it by a defender, but loses it to Josh Whaley. Whaley pushed off to the boards by Henderson with authority, but Casanova gets possession back with Donlin. Set up the board, send Henderson with it again at the red line. Lakers recover. There's a big collision to Morrissey. Jack Weeks, meanwhile, almost had a break. Now he's got it in the corner. Centering try. Tips out. Donlin with it again. And he'll just shoot at the length And this will not be icing. Lowe had to make the save. It pops out, and Drew Henderson just recovers it for Skaneateles. Henderson weaving in. Henderson dangling through. Backhand shot. He scores! What a play by Henderson! We've seen him do this before. Coast to coast. Henderson finds Twine, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, great play to isolate some of the defenders there. You saw when he crossed through the slot with the move between his legs, Grischuk was just lost, couldn't know what to do with the stick. He had one hand on it, lost it at the end. And honestly, takes a lot of practice and a lot of work to get that backhand off the far side. Tremendous work for the third goal in this game.
Just an incredible shot after an incredible play by Henderson. He has a multi-point night. An assist on Garrett Krieger's power play goal. Now he has a goal himself, his third of the season. Under 2 minutes to play, first period. Scan Lakers with a 3-0 lead on the Cas Lakers. Chipped ahead. Here's Aidan McGowan, centering try. Out in front, they score! It's Cole Kennedy! And it's 4-0 Skaneateles.
Yeah, that play was all created by the hustle. There was a pass a little bit ahead of McGowan, and he won the race to it pretty simply, but it was near the goal line. You got a bad angle. You can't really get a great pass off, but you give up on it, you throw it on into the slot. They could get something on goal. Something could happen. It gets past the first guy coming in, and ultimately another fourth goal here, or rather a fourth goal, and only on 11 shots. It seemed like Casanova started out well, and now it's just all for naught in that sense.
Second goal, second point of the season for Cole Kennedy as the Scan Lakers go to work again, and Henry Major goes down. Big check, loses his stick, comes back up on his feet as Casanova gets possession at center and gives it right back to Skaneateles. And that is the interesting thing as the puck goes out of play into the Cas bench. That's the interesting thing with these Scan Lakers we've seen all season long. It only takes one goal, and then the doors open up.
Yeah.
And that has been the case here in the first period tonight. .114 to play, first period. 4-0 for the Skaneateles Lakers on the Casanova Lakers. Another collision in the face-off circle. And sent down the ice, racing for it, both sides there. There's another collision, another shot sent wide, that time by Gage Marshall. And the puck behind the goal is taken by Skaneateles. Renaud tried to chip it out. And it's kept in at the blue line that time by Gravelda, and we got a stoppage for offside.
Yeah, if you look Casanova there, it's a great effort to hustle and get that play to go, but if you get a chance like that against Scan, you got to get the shot on net. I mean, missed wide there by Marshall, and it's got to be better from there.
Not a lot of space for Marshall to get that shot on goal, but again, you don't have, you're not, Casanova is not getting a lot of chances tonight, so you have to do your best to get the best chances you can get when you get those chances. Penalty call coming on Skaneateles here. It'll be a high stick on Jack Buff. That came around center ice. So Buff will go to the box for a minute 30 seconds, and if Casanova does not score on this power play, the penalty will carry over into the second period. Third penalty of the period for Skaneateles. Fifth penalty in total in this opening frame. 37 seconds to play in the first period. Skaneateles with the puck sent around for Charlie Major. Two Cas Lakers right around him. And it's Luke Renaud chipping it off the glass at ahead. Kept in that time by Gravelda. Renaud tried to chip it by Labrinsky. Now a centering tried to flex on goal, and Lowe makes the save. Skoll was trying to get the shot off. It was actually going about 3 feet wide. It went off a Scan leg and on goal.
Yeah, but that's good movement from Casanova. You could see Major and Krieger trying to get in on the offensive late. So good taking advantage there from the Casanova Lakers, trying to get something going.
Chipped ahead by Major for Krieger. Penalty call coming after a big collision at the bench. Krieger spinning away. One-time pass across for Jensen was deflected away. Final seconds of the period, Scan tried to hold on to it. Renaud chips it ahead, touched by Skoll right at the buzzer. And so the penalty against Casanova, which will end their power play, will come at the end of this period. And we'll tell you what that penalty is once we get an official call for it. That may come right now. That may come at the start of the second period. Both teams heading off the ice. Skaneateles with a 4-0 lead over Casanova. What's your biggest takeaway from this first period, Jared?
I mean, if you're Casanova, it's not necessarily that they're missing opportunities. They're just taking away their own ability to get them. I mean, you see, this is the third time in this only opening period that they've canceled out their own power play. So if I'm Casanova, I'm just looking at staying disciplined on the offensive and then making sure that you're getting shots on net. What few you can, only for this period. If that general trend continues, you're going to have to be very efficient to get something going.
Well, once Skaneateles got a goal, they opened the floodgates in that opening period. Luke Renault with the power play tally, then Garrett Krieger also on the power play, followed by a highlight reel goal from Drew Henderson and another one from Cole Kennedy. 4-0 Skaneateles at the end of one period. We'll be back with the second in just a little bit here on the Skaneateles YouTube channel and CNY stream. Welcome back to WG Allen Ice Arena in Skaneateles, New York. Battle of the Lakers tonight. Well in favor of Skaneateles so far. It's 4-0 for Scan. And with the play-by-play of the second period, here is Jared Johnston.
Yeah, Eric, we're excited to bring that first period. It was exhilarating towards the last 5 minutes, getting all 4 of those goals there. Drew Henderson, an outstanding product for Skaneateles. He got a goal and an assist in that period, and I mean, we just talk about him. I mean, outstanding on that third goal, that's for sure.
Well, offensively, we talked about Skaneateles at the end of that period and how they get one goal and it opens the floodgates, right? That's exactly what we saw, and it was really the power play that got it done. It was abbreviated power plays, but they got it done. Major with the shot on goal, Renault with the tip in, Krieger with the goal, and then Drew Henderson and Cole Kennedy added a couple more 5-on-5. This Scan team, once they get one goal, they can really get a bunch more after that, and they can really they can take a big lead and really down an opponent early.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that they have just depth that works in their favor. It's been huge for them, and now the teams are huddled up, ready for the second period. Will be 15 minutes on the clock for that.
Don't forget the penalty at the end of the period on Casanova. There was a check in the back on Charlie Major right in front of the Skaneateles bench. Still waiting word on what the official call is for that, but there was one Casanova player, the 2 officials, and the 2 Cas coaches huddled up at the bench while the 2 teams were warming up. No time on the scoreboard yet on the Cas side of things. It is Tyson Fredrickson in the box. 4 minutes on the board, rather, on Gavin Wynn.
Yeah, and so they haven't announced the penalty to us yet, but it appears to be a double minor in that respect. So that is not an advantageous play to make, and now for Casanova, down right up from the get-go, really. And on the draw for Skaneateles, it'll be their main man, Garrett Krieger. He's the captain. He's led by example. He's got a goal in this game. I mean, it's what you expect from him every game. Nearly on pace. He's getting like more than 2 a game. Points-wise, it's just been huge. Has 49 points on the season now, including this game, rather. As the opening face-off was drawn, Renault gets that back. Henderson back across to Renault.
Almost 4 points a game for Krieger, and we might see some more from him tonight.
Yeah, good move deep there from Charlie Major, spinning around yet again. Banked off for Renault. Renault finds Henderson, the right-hand shot, looking for a side, nearly Charlie Major. Couldn't get that rebound there, puck was bouncing. Now a good clear from the other side, Tyson Fredrickson gets that on net. Lowe has to work with it. And it's Skaneateles continue working the other way. Conceding possession, though, ultimately back to Henderson. Cross-ice pass nearly through center, missed Major, and that's called for an icing. And now Casanova has an offensive draw here. It's even strength right now, but only in a few seconds, 6 seconds to be exact. They'll be down by a man, so with this offensive territory, it'll be huge to win this draw here.
Gotta win the face-off here.
Lefevre conceded it, and now Charlie Major is looking to take his time here. It looks like Skaneateles will set up.
That's a lethal Scan power play, 2 for 2 tonight, and they have been firing dimes on goal all night.
Yeah, Morrissey out of the box now, getting in the slot there. Krieger, nice little drop pass to Major. Henderson back to Major. Fake shot, backhanded outside nearly, and another good interception there. The depth move there for Casanova.
Nice little play by Dapson. Sometimes all you got to do on the penalty kill when teams are passing the puck around like that on the power play, just get a stick in the lane. Sometimes you tip it out, sometimes you get a steal. And Dapson got a steal that time and cleared it.
It's continued on now by Major, back to Krieger. Turns with it. Now Major launched over to Henderson. From the goal line, swinging around, using his speed. He's done well with that so far. Left side circle, tipped on net and scored by Krieger, his second of the game. really just great positioning all around from the Skaneateles side. Just before the 2-minute mark of that double minor, they're up by 5.
Well, let's toss that word out again. Lethal, that Skaneateles power play tonight. 3 for 3 on the power play. Penalty still on the board on Gavin Wynn. Just beautiful passing, simply put, on that play. Henderson to Renault. Krieger, all he had to do was put a stick down in front of the net. Tips it in. Easy goal for Skaneateles, and now a 5-0 lead.
Draw on for Jensen. Finds a nice pass up through. The move made on here. Backhanded on net, nearly testing Owen Bailey on goal there. He's been tried true early on, giving up 5 on 13 shots on goal so far through this game.
Yeah, that was an interesting play because French fooled him a little bit and threw him off the post. Even though French was still on that side of the post, Bailey was coming off of the left side.
There's Corrick gaining speed there. Gets it back now through center, and it's Skaneateles trying to work the puck through with their second unit. Couldn't really get something going here. Now it's a hard forecheck here led by Whaley. Forced to play on was Low. Jensen loses control through center, gets it in deep, and now it's Fredrickson looking to chase this one, but now it's Skaneateles. 2 guys on the press, and it's been relentless so far. They've had most of the control of the puck through this game, and that's where it shows. Here's Clymer. Looking for a pass option. He has movement from the right side circle, but he's still going to bank this one off the boards now at Weeks. Tries to make a pass through. It could have been played through center, but it's ultimately cleared. Better safe than sorry from Dan Shaw, and a regroup now from Weeks behind his own net.
Kaz had to get it changed that time, so that was a smart clear to not go after the puck.
And now penalty called after Torrey was nearly away with it. And this will be a Skaneateles penalty.
For Mitch Major, that is frustrating, especially now that Skaneateles, while on the power play, takes a penalty of their own. Gaglione to the box for Scan. That's the 4th penalty tonight for the Scan Lakers, and that's really the frustrating part for Mitch Major. Kaz hasn't been playing very disciplined hockey, but Skaneateles hasn't either.
Yeah, if you're thinking about that, it's a literal rookie mistake from the freshman Gaglione there. Not something you want to take if you're trying to make an impression on your team there. But now it's taken up. Krieger on his knees, nearly getting that one. Tried to be stuffed in by Major. And tries the Michigan as well, but couldn't convert. A quick turn of events there was Krieger on the offensive. Tried to force that one in after getting tripped on the play, or maybe he tripped himself up. Either way, forced it on net. Got his own rebound for a Michigan try. Puck fell off on the wrap.
Hey, when it's your night, it's your night. And most nights have been Krieger's night lately. Tonight, he is really on tonight, getting all kinds of scoring chances and getting chances any way he can.
Yeah, and for Casanova, it's just them trying to be physical, trying to offset him. But so far, he's been electric with 2 goals on the night. As it was Low. Forced to make a move there, didn't have to make a save. And a nifty play up through center for Major. Good dangle from Krieger, but it's retaken on the possession there by Donlin. Keeps going by himself through the left side. Takes on a shot, why not? Deflected wide. Now Charlie Major on his right side, forced that one up to his brother. Gets it through again, now squeaking through, it's 2-on-1. Chance on short side, easily stopped there by Bailey. Good positioning there.
Back to 5-on-5 action now too after the Skaneateles penalty ended.
Yeah, a little mishap on the change. They couldn't get possession. Regroup here to French. And now Morrissey through center. Morrissey from the left side circle takes on a shot. Glove save from Owen Bailey.
The last minute to 90 seconds of play from Skaneateles, I've really liked what I've seen from them. Part of that time shorthanded as well. because in the neutral zone, they're really picking up their speed, and that's how they're getting so many open looks recently in just the last minute. The 2-on-1, that chance right there for Morrissey. They're picking up their speed at center ice so that when they come into the zone, they have a full head of steam, and the Casanova defenseman just can't stop them.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at guys like Henderson. Jensen's been a key contributor in this game as well, as that pass was threaded through nearly on the cross-crease play. But Casanova is dealing with it defensively. Still stuck in the zone, though. French dumps it in to be chased by Clymer. And French is still going at it. But Fredrickson here on defense tries to get it out of the zone, still doing so. Casanova stretch pass be dumped in by Shaw. Here's Renault speeding across, drop pass. Keen awareness there, now forced up through the right side boards. Now Court dumps through center. And with a good bounce, it was Fredrickson. He couldn't make a play on it. Bailey has to freeze the puck. A good position again for Skaneateles to try to work something up here. They've continued to be tremendous throughout this game, keeping possession really. They only have one goal through this period, but if we think about the trends, they got 4 in the last 5 minutes of the first, and they're knocking on heaven's door in that respect. Morrissey on the turn, chasing this in his own zone. And it was chipped up, dealt with now. Donlan with the dump. Ultimately blown dead.
Offside on a play on Kez. Didn't look like anybody touched it on the dump in before the puck crossed the blue line. I thought we might have gotten a delayed offside right there.
Good win from the freshman Sean Kerwick, and now it's Morrissey the other way. McGowan looking to go backhand. Draws it on his forehand side. The off-wing try couldn't go. Good defensive pressure from Casanova. Now it's Kerwick speeding through the right side flank, but couldn't get it on through the blue line. Or rather, past the blue line, but Kerwick gets it again. He's been doing well, using his speed to the outside now. In the slot, McGowan trying to force it through, couldn't do so. Now Morrissey strong on the puck there as it's fluttered back into the Skaneateles defensive zone. And Lefebvre on the press gets it, but forced back in. This is pretty good sustained offensive pressure for Casanova. Haven't really got passes on, now it's through on net. Flustered there, really. And ultimately, nothing to show for Champion. It's really just good defensive recovery there from Morrissey McGowan teaming up there.
Yeah, it was a great chance for Champion, a good shot. Great position, even better positioning from Chad Lowe on the play. He got the pad down right away as he realized the puck was coming out in front.
And now another shot tried to be forced on. Fredrickson. And the one-timer there slipped over up into the netting. It was a really good set of chances there for Casanova. I mean, that's more of what they want to see, that's for sure.
This is exactly what Seth Howard wants to see. Kez ramping up the pressure right now, trying to get one on the scoreboard. I looked at James Dapson after that chance. The last shot right there that got tipped out of play. He really, really wanted that one. And you could tell this Kez team is starting to get some more energy and getting some chances from it.
Yeah, you thought of Donlan right on the doorstep. He had a backhand try. He got hounded in the crease there, but Dobson rather, really had the best chance as far as scoring position through the slot. Skaneateles has chances all game, tried to get a shot through center. Torrey couldn't do so, and it's battled for now in the corner, continuing to do so. Good blocker save from Bailey outside, and it's still possessed here by Skaneateles. Good move through center. And now McGowan circling around. Finds a pass to Weather, intercepted. And the whistle blown yet again.
Another penalty.
So the referee signals for a hook.
Skaneateles has been playing a good game all night long, but this is the one thing that Mitch Major wants his team to cut down on, and that is the penalties tonight. That's now 5 for Skaneateles in less than 2 periods. Got to improve the discipline here to, if you're Skaneateles, to keep Casanova from getting scoring chances.
Yeah, it was McGowan doing good work on the cycle offensively. You can't forget about your defensive commitment and staying disciplined as well. So that one was shoveled out through center.
And that check behind the goal, you could hear the Casanova bench. That's the kind of energy the Cas Lakers are looking for right now. Not necessarily to come up with a magical comeback tonight, though they're certainly going to try and do that, but to get at least a goal or 2 on the scoreboard, to play the rest of this game hard and get some momentum out of it too.
Yeah, good tight marking from Skaneateles. So hip check bodied on there by Major. And this time for Skaneateles, they'll be called for interference. It's another one of those instances where you got time and now you're just committing the error defensively. You're already down by 1. Plenty of time left on that power play. Now they're down by 2 men here.
So the hip check is legal on that play from Charlie Major, but I believe the call for interference comes from after that, where Major, it's more of a hold than anything, but it's still technically a penalty where Major's holding on to Whaley against the boards, still kind of pinning him to the boards even though the puck is out of the play.
It's Casanova now up by 2 guys on the ice there. They should be able to sustain some pressure. They had a good string of shots where they got 3 on net. That one's forced over to Gravelding, gets a shot on, tries to meet this one in the corner, keep it in the zone. Whaley back to Gravelding, he has time. Donlan looks to eye out a shot, but it was a good save, strong positioning. May have been going wide, but Lowe takes no chances on that one.
That's the right idea if you're Cas, though. And that is the right shot to take, too. Donlan, with that open look, he has time to walk in. You want to release it quickly to catch the goaltender off guard, but there's traffic in front from Dan Skoll that time. And there was an open look. There was an open part of the net to the glove side. And that time, Donlan just missed the mark with it.
Yeah, another huge face-off win from Whaley. As Casanova keeps it in the zone here. First penalty gone. Now it's Skaneateles with 36 seconds and counting left on their penalty. They'll surge the other way. It's Drew Henderson on his forehand, top shelf. What a goal. Henderson with already 1 in this game and an assist, and it's another highlight reel goal. On his off wing, top shelf. I mean, what else can you ask for a guy?
Drew Henderson, coast to coast, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. How about that? What a goal from Henderson. Takes it all the way, all 200 feet. And the finish is even better this time. I don't know how he could have topped it, but he just did, roofing it to make it a 6-0 game for Skaneateles.
Yeah, for Henderson, you really only got the space above the ear of the goaltender and the shoulder, and it's really minuscule space, and he was able to stuff it up there. And I mean, it's only the players with the finest skill that are able to do so, and he showed with his tallies, 2 goals and an assist, 3 points on the night. Key difference maker for Skaneateles, with French now going up through. He's hounded with a double team and a triple team as he tried to get through into the zone. As now it's iced the other way by Kerwick.
Yeah, and that goal for Skaneateles also a bit of a deflator on the Casanova side of things, right? Because Henderson takes it coast to coast, but right before that, you have the Cas power play, and you have all the chances, all the momentum that the Cas Lakers are getting, not able to beat Chad Lowe, and now Skaneateles takes all that momentum away from with the goal by Henderson.
Yeah, Casanova had a 2-man advantage, and now it's only Clymer doing what Skaneateles does best, just getting in on the offensive and forcing the play. They have 6 goals on 15 shots here so far. Nothing short of great. They've just been absolutely efficient picking out their chances. And it's really just where they're getting their chances from through center. It's Casanova, who hasn't really gotten penetration through center in the slot, get those high percentage scoring opportunities. But on the other hand, when you're looking at Skaneateles, they're getting through center, they're getting those odd man rushes, and that's what's paid off for them tonight.
And this is simply what the Scan Lakers do. The way they find and create open space offensively, and even better, the way that they close up on offensive spaces for other teams. Oh, what a chance right there. They close up space for their opponents defensively is just incredible. It's a great system that they're playing, and they play such an incredible team game.
Yeah, now with the big guns out there, it was Krieger winning the draw. And then on the other side for Casanova, it was Bryson Weaver who was ahead in the foot race, but ultimately just too far as far as the hybrid icing rules go. And that shot on the short side, scored by Major. And it was Owen Bailey cheating to his left side. And you just got to give it to him with the awareness there. Major seeing that opening on the blocker side, and it was wide open. That puts Skaneateles up by 7. Just a great play there.
Oh, this is a good bounce for the Lakers, simply put. Major tries to get a puck on net from the bottom of the circle, and then it gets blocked, and it throws off Owen Bailey's angle. So that's how he gets the open net. Major sees it and takes the shot, finds Twine.
Yeah, Major's been great for Skaneateles this season. Stepping in, he's part of the class of 2025s when he'll graduate. He's got 6 goals, 12 assists. Add to that tally. Let's get 7. Let's get 19 points on the board. He's doing great so far, and his brother, Charlie Major, is 42 points on the season. It's nothing short of exceptional. Both of those guys doing the tremendous work offensively for Skaneateles. And now Lefevre on his strong wing side tried to force that, but ultimately didn't even get on goal there. Good save there by Lowe. Another stick save. And some pressure there from Casanova was taken, but Jensen will deal with it, ring it around the other side. Battle for shoveled back in, but caught by Jensen. Looking for guys breaking through, but he'll dump it into the opposite end. We get a change. Patterson looking cross-eyes to Jensen now. He has options. He could go further wide. Tries to stretch that pass across. Couldn't connect. And now Weeks shovels it along. McGowan forced that one through. Weeks with another good play on the puck. Tries to win it back. Does so effectively. Good sustained pressure from Skaneateles. And Casanova right there with him. Win battling on the boards, trying to get the puck back. Casanova still hemmed in the defensive zone, and finally, with some strong possession, was Weeks. Get it stripped the other way. But it's Skaneateles still battling here. Opportunity the other way. Now Patterson getting it back through the zone. The cycle along, and it's Casanova that's looks like they got some tired legs on the ice right now.
Skaneateles too, I think. That was a pretty long shift for Weeks, Torrey, and Kieran McGowan.
Patterson nearly trying to get through there. 16 seconds left in this second period. And it looks like Casanova will just try to survive these last couple seconds. Fredrickson here trying to get it out, but it's played on through. A good save from Bailey as McGowan tries to make a last-ditch effort there. More physical play from both sides, but ultimately what shows on the scoreboard is the 3 goals notched in this second period. Skaneateles up 7-0. When we talk about all of their leadership that they've had, so they got Krieger, but Drew Henderson, he's a guy to watch, that's for sure, and Lowe has been pretty good considering if you look at the shots on goal tallies, they only got 7 more to Casanova, and he's got a perfect record here so far through 2.
Not a perfect period for Skaneateles, but a good team period nonetheless. For the Scan Lakers, Cazenovia got some good chances, got some good shots. That's some momentum that you want to bring to the third period if you're Cazenovia. For Skaneateles, Chad Lowe, solid in goal this period, 7 shots, and they pop a few more, make it a 7-0 margin. Now for Skaneateles, the key is to take it home in the third period and move on to Baldwinsville tomorrow night.
Yeah, and for the last period, we'll have 15 minutes on the board. We'll switch back to Eric Moon for play-by-play duties with CNY Stream. We're glad to bring it to you on this Skaneateles hockey live stream. And it's it's the Lakers of Skaneateles hosting Cazenovia. That looks like they're well on their way to another victory here. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back inside the Skaneateles YMCA and WG Allen Ice Arena. Third period just about to get underway between Skaneateles and Casanova. Huge lead for the Scan Lakers tonight. What else is new at this point? We've seen big leads and big wins for Skaneateles all season long. 7-0 the lead tonight. And leading the way with 2 goals and 2 assists. He's been outstanding all night. Drew Henderson having himself a night, really.
Yeah, we talk about all of their key players. We're always harping on Garrett Krieger. I mean, Charlie Major's chipping in as well. But if we're talking about a guy that's not only just been a highlight reel in of itself, but just a key contributor, not only tacking on those 2 great goals, getting 2 assists, just been huge for him. But I mean, if you're looking at Skaneateles, I'd say their main thing has to be their depth on scoring. Luke Renault getting a goal and an assist in this game. It's not just 1 or 2 guys getting it done, and along with that, it's the defensive effort from the guys that are overshadowed in some respects. You got your second and third lines grinding, make sure that it's kept blank here so far for Lowe. So if you're looking at Skaneateles, yeah, absolutely, Henderson has been outstanding, but the team effort has been even better as well.
And with Henderson, the interesting thing is that he gets points, but he doesn't score a lot of goals. But when he scores goals, it always seems to make the highlight reel. Gone coast to coast twice tonight, finished it off with a wicked backhand shot the first time, then picked the corner on Owen Bailey the second time. Eric Moon, Jared Johnston with you tonight here in Skaneateles, just about to get underway here in the third period. Garrett Krieger for Skaneateles and Josh Whaley for Casanova get us off and running in the third period. Played ahead by Henry Major. Quick touch pass to Krieger, just out of his reach, and he chips it back in, where it's picked up by Fredrickson. Fredrickson around the Cavs net, trying to skate through a couple Scan Lakers, and Fredrickson chips it by Gaglione, and he'll try and go after it with Colin Morrissey picking it up for Scan, sending it around town, a little too far out of the reach of Whaley. No icing is the call. Play continues. Henry Major with the steal, centering try for Charlie. One more, score! What a play! Major to Major, and Krieger finishes it off. And it's a hat trick for Garrett. And an 8-0 Skaneateles lead.
Yeah, what a tic-tac-toe play. I mean, Garrett Krieger's always in the right spot when you're talking about a goal scorer, but Major there, with the awareness to make that extra pass, I mean, tops it all off, and now they're matching just one of their many efforts where they've gone for an 8-0 victory, and they've got plenty of time to tack more on.
French with a shot on goal save, rebound, still loose. Deflects off a skin, and Bailey covers it up for the whistle. That whole line this season, Charlie and Henry Major plus Garrett Krieger, a walking highlight reel, and that play really showed it with the great passing, the tic-tac-toe, and the goal. French with a shot, that sails high, and around the net, Jack Buff with the keep in, and he'll send it down low for Carter Corbett. Corbett chips it around for French. French coming out in front, tries to jam it through, and Bailey made the save. Didn't know where it was, but he got the paddle down just in time. Chipped back in by Scan, and back to get it is Connor Gresnak. Taken away by Skaneateles, then right back again to Kaz with Jack Donlin. Donlin trying to dig through Skaneateles Lakers, and now Renault with the steal shot on goal, and a save by Bailey from long distance. 1:24 into the third period, 8-0 Skaneateles on a hat-trick goal from Garrett Krieger. Draw win that time for Skaneateles. Swing and a miss by Jeffrey McCrone on the shot attempt, but Weaver going after, but Chad Lowe there first to get it, whips it around for Ben Clymer. Clymer banks it ahead. It's on the stick of a Cavs player, that's Fredrickson. And now taken by Scan, pass tipped. And it's Weaver with it again for Casnovia, chipped ahead. Clymer tried to stop with the stick, now it's Drew Jensen with the puck. Jensen in the corner. Jensen still within the corner, stick handling by defenders. Down low the pass for Corbett, couldn't be handled. Now battle commences on the left side boards. Still digging at it on both sides. And now it's Sen in front. Here's Torrey, tried to get the shot off while going down. Couldn't get it on goal, though. Here's Jack Weeks, centering try, goes to the wrong team. And the clear attempt by Gravelding is kept in. Torrey gloves it down and loses an edge going into the boards. Kieran McGowan there to help. Torrey takes it out. Torrey back to the line. Taken by Jensen. Shot on goal. Pad stop. Rebound. Score! It's Jack Torrey with the goal. His second of the season. And that's an even 9 goals for Skaneateles.
Yeah, again, Eric, it's all where you got to be in front of the net. That last goal to open up the period from Krieger is right there in the slot. And then on the other side, Jack Torrey following it up on his off wing, just to pot that one home. It's a gimme, and now they're up by even more.
So that is now the third most goals Skaneateles has scored in a game this year. For most teams, 9 goals would be the most scored in a game in a season. That is the third most for Skaneateles. As here comes Casnovia up the lane. James Dapson lost it on a check. Here's Sean Kurlick. Kurlick skating down the left side. Kurlick centering try. Kennedy couldn't corral it. It comes out to center with Drew Henderson. Taken there by Ben Patterson now. Chipped off the boards in the head for Kennedy. He takes a check as he tried to dump it in. Here comes Kaz, chipped ahead. Peter Patterson takes it away, flips it along, and it's Aiden McGowan. As his line mates get a change, he'll dump it in from the blue line. And in case you're wondering, here's Krieger taking it away. Just got poke checked on a diving play in front as Krieger was bidding for goal number 4 on the night. What a play there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great reach there from Grischek to just do basically maybe a last-ditch effort, really. All he had was the handle, the one-hand poke on the stick there, and it was outstanding defensive effort, albeit they're still down by a lot.
And with 11:19 to play in the third period at the other end of the ice, we have a goaltending change. Chad Lowe's night is done. A good night for him. 10 saves on 10 shots faced in 34 minutes of play, and Brendan McGowan will appear in his third game of the season. So Brendan McGowan now getting into the game as that shot tips high and into the right side corner. So a good night for Chad Lowe, and he'll get a rest. Delayed offside on Skaneateles with 11 minutes to go in the third period. Clear attempt blocked. Henry Major tried to get it to his stick, couldn't do so with his skate. Krieger keeps it in after the attempted clear by Kaz. Fredrickson couldn't get it out. Kaz still trying to get it out. Kept in by Krieger. Krieger dangling. Krieger to the slot. Centers in front. Charlie Major couldn't get a shot. Another one off the side of the net. Krieger with it again. Up top. And just past the stick of Colin Morrissey. There he is. Gage Marshall going after it. And it is tipped away by Skaneateles. Krieger with it ahead for Henry Major. Major with Charlie. Now Krieger dangling in. Krieger, another pass! And that is intercepted by Casanova. Charlie and Henry Major were vying for some room in front, but then they couldn't solve the brotherly dispute in time to get open.
Yeah, for that line really with Krieger, it's great to see all the awareness that they both have, Krieger and Major. They just always know where they are. It just happened that time. Was drawn out of the play, Major was.
Here's a steal and a shot from Patterson, saved by Bailey. The rebound was loose. I beg your pardon, Ben Clymer with that shot coming off the bench. Bailey with the save that time regardless. So we mentioned 9 goals, third highest scoring game for Skaneateles this season. The first and second highest, they scored 10 against Ontario Bay back on February 21st, and then on February 15th, 14 against Liverpool. Battle for it behind the net. Puck pops free. And now on the cycle, Scan works with it, kept in by Renault after Corbett lost an edge. His centering try tipped away from Clymer. Taking that time by Skoll. Chipped out to the line. Buff with a shot on goal, a save by Bailey. Here's French after the clear goes off a panel of glass and stays in. Going after Ben Clymer. Lost it. Chipped ahead. That time by Donlin. And it just comes out, but a penalty call is coming on the Lakers. The question is which Lakers squad, and it looks like it's on Skaneateles and Ben Clymer. A cross-check is the call at the 5:59 mark of the third period. It'll be yet another power play for Casanova on Skaneateles' 7th penalty of the night.
Yeah, and if you're up by 9, it's not something to worry about in some respects, but at the same time, you can't get too reckless. It's not only just not a good look for your squad, but you don't want to get really just wasting your own time here when you should be closing out this game, getting more goals like your team always does if you're Skaneateles.
Yeah, the 7th penalty of the night. And there's a shot and a goal! Jake Gravelding from downtown puts it bar down. And Casanova gets on the scoreboard to make it 9-1.
Yeah, great win off the draw, and then honestly, it's just all the finish there from Gravelding. I mean, what more can you ask from a guy on the left side of the point, really? Came in, and he chose that glove hand side up top shelf. I mean, that's just all skill right there. I mean, even with the large deficit still at hand, down by 8, it's still a great finish for Gravelding.
You couldn't shoot it better than that on that play. Perfectly located shot from Gravelding, beating Brendan McGowan and Casanova with all the power play chances they've been getting tonight. Finally finds the back of the net on their 11th shot of the game. So it's now 9-1. Here's Jack Weeks. Tries to dangle through Fredrickson that time. Scan with it again, coming out in front, centering, trying a shot on and a save by Bailey. The rebound still loose and another save by Bailey. Still on net, another save by Bailey, 3 in a row. Another one towards it as blocked. It rolls to Bailey and he covers up again. And the Casanova bench, their skates meet the boards in applause of Bailey's performance on that play.
Yeah, outstanding effort from Bailey. It looked like even on the third save he wasn't looking, but he still got his leg out. But that's all Jack Weeks there for Skaneateles. Relentless on the effort, forcing those first, second chance tries. And it's Skaneateles just knocking on the door. Yet again, Casanova had to deal with it.
Chip back in by Aiden McGowan, going after it, Sean Kurlick. Kurlick between the legs pass is just off target. Aiden McGowan pinned the boards. Taken that time by James Lefevre. Now it's McGowan taking a check in the corner. Pops loose again towards the line, chipped out. Here comes Kaz. McCrone trying to steal it away. He does. Lefevre gets it back for Kaz. And on the drop pass, it'll be a dump in just on goal from Gresnek. And because it was on goal, no delayed offside, just an offside. The face-off will go all the way down.
Yeah, and you saw a nifty between the legs pass there early in the shift. I mean, it's Skaneateles. They're basically the best in the conference. The record shows for it. They've been making some crafty plays through. He couldn't connect on that between the legs pass, but I mean, it's what you get every night out of this squad.
The Major Krieger line back on the ice. Almost got a scoring chance that time. And they force Casanova to ice the puck once again. So we'll see another face-off in the Kaz end of the ice. Just past the halfway point of the third period. 9-1 Skaneateles. They have scored. The Scan Lakers have scored twice this period on goals from Krieger and Jack Torrey. And Jake Gravelding has the goal for Casanova. Centering try. Oh, alone in front. Krieger scores. Make that 4 for the captain, Garrett Krieger, and make it double digits for Skaneateles. It's 10-1.
Yeah, not to downplay the finish and the dangle out in front from Garrett Krieger, but that pass from Charlie Major was masterful. I mean, effortless. He looked like he wasn't even trying, slipping that one through the slot to center. I mean, outstanding setup, and that was all that Krieger needed to get his 4th of the game.
Well, and going back to Charlie Major, he's north of 130 career points now. Nearly 100 of those are assists. That's 99 now. He's got 3 assists tonight. just in his Skaneateles career, and he's got a couple years left. Weaver staves off Jacob French. Weaver still working on French, trying to get by him. French with the poke check gets the steal. French centers out in front, and the shot just goes wide. That time, it was from Carter Corbett. French sends it back down low, just out of the reach of Clymer, but he's got plenty of time to pick it up. Sends it to the line. Patterson with a shot on goal, sticked away to the corner by Bailey. Corbett staves off a check. Now he's pinned to the boards. French looking for it, trying to dig for it. It pops loose and is chipped out to the line. Kept in, though, by Drew Henderson. Henderson with the move. Now a shot that tips high and out of play off the netting with 6:15 left here in the third period. 10-1 for Skaneateles, and the shot's 29-11.
Yeah, and on that shot total, it was Chad Lowe with the first 10 saves. The only shot on target so far against McGowan in the net. It was a perfect shot, though.
Gaglione with the keep in with the skate. Now a shot on goal by Kieran McGowan was denied. Torrey centers for McGowan again. It popped up the air to the line for Gaglione. His shot blocked. Now Jack Weeks picks up shot on net. Save Bailey. Rebound just put wide by Torrey that time. Puck still loose behind the net. Taken out by Skaneateles. Open man in front. Torrey, the pass popped up. Here's a shot on goal. Blocked. Rebound just put wide with an open net by Morrissey. Number 11 almost made it 11 goals for Skaneateles.
Yeah, Morrissey just real quickly trying to go to his opposite side, skating across the slot. Couldn't convert, but it's a great effort there using his speed to get through.
Morrissey has the puck again, and Gaglione will dump it in from just inside the red line. There to get it, Jack Weeks in the left side corner, tried to dangle by a Kazlaker, taken that time by Skoll. It comes, pops loose in front, Weeks with a shot blocked by a stick. And now it's chipped out by Scheibler, I should say. Jack Weeks from the red line, walking in. Weeks down the right wing side towards the end of his shift. His other two line mates are off the ice, and Kieran McGowan and Jack Torrey. Here comes James Lefevre. Tried to dump in, it was blocked. Here's Riley Newcomb with a shot on goal. Save McGowan, rebound still loose. It deflects behind the goal. And Scan comes out with it with Luke Renault. Renault chips it in. Jack Weeks actually picked it up at the blue line. And the shot went wide. Still offside on Skaneateles, picked up in the neutral zone by Aidan McGowan. Sent around for Jack Buff. And he'll dump it back in. 4.5 to play, third period. Skaneateles with a 10-1 lead on Casanova tonight in the Battle of the Lakers. Luke Renault with the puck, banks it ahead. Just off target from Cole Kennedy. Didn't quite play the geometry right, and here's Krieger. Krieger centers out in front, pass tipped away. McGowan put the shot wide after he recovered possession. Kept in by the Lakers. It's Krieger chipping it in front. McGowan couldn't quite get there. Now back to the line. Buff keeps it in. Aidan McGowan going after it against Resnick. Now Krieger down low, coming out of the corner. Krieger up top, Charlie Major. They almost collided. They almost did again, but here's Charlie Major again with a shot. He scores! And so Charlie Major adds a goal of his own. Good point night for him. Now he has a goal, and that's 11 for Skaneateles.
Yeah, great patience there from Major to just wait for the opening, wait for that shot. And it was his line mate and captain, Gary Krieger, looking for him as well. He made that run coming late in the slot. He was kind of waiting for that opportunity to prance around and try to get some space through. Then ultimately, topsy-turvy, up and around, finding that finish. I mean, he just wired that home.
So that gets Charlie Major to 10 goals on the year. Open man in front, Clymer. Couldn't quite get there. Pass was just off target, and Clymer sends it back around. Major with the goal, Krieger with the assist. We've seen a lot of Krieger from Major tonight. Now we see it the other way around for goal number 11 for Skaneateles. Here's French with a wraparound chance, and Bailey makes the save with the pad. Kept in just briefly, and now a potential 2-on-1 for Casanova. It is Whaley in the corner, pushed off by Clymer. That's a nice defensive play, and Clymer gets thrown down. That time by Whaley. At the other end, here comes Jacob French. French speeding in, working around defender, shot on goal, and a toe save by Bailey. Nothing comes of that check behind the goal where Clymer went down late on the hit by Whaley. So we play on in the final 2.5 minutes. As McCrone for Skaneateles behind the goal line, sending it around for Jensen. Jensen looks for the stretch pass. It tips up in the air. French dove out to reach it and took down a Kaz Laker with him. Towards the end of his shift, French fighting for the puck down low. Still loose there as his stick is down. French out to the line. It's through the legs of Patterson and all the way down. Brendan McGowan stops it there and leaves it for Jeffrey McCrone as we approach 2 minutes left in the third period. Third game of a stretch of back-to-back-to-back games tonight for Casanova. Their next scheduled game isn't until next Friday at Oswego. For Skaneateles, this is their second game in a stretch of back-to-back-to-back games. Bailey with a save that time on Gaglione. Tomorrow night, Skaneateles will take on Baldwinsville, team that's 6-4, out in Beeville. That game set to start at 7:15 p.m. Weeks sends it to the corner. And it's sent around for Patterson, who just keeps it in for Weeks again. 90 seconds to play now. In an 11-1 game, the centering try picked off. And Gilman with the puck for Casanova can't quite get it out as Weeks sends it back in. And at this point, Jared, as here's a shot on goal and another save. And Gilman will just get it out. At this point, Jared, you would say probably Skaneateles. We've seen it all period. They've scored a few goals in this period. But it seems like at this point they're just trying to take it home here in the final couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's more about just putting out a full 45-minute effort, really. And they got past their goal margin of 8 goals that they had a couple games ago, and now they're at 11. They did let in 1 goal off that one shot. Now it's Brandon McGowan that actually has another save tallied on the board. But then again, I mean, it's just good shooting practice in that respect that they're just going to continue to get that zone time, get practice with puck movement, and just get comfortable really as they have all season to just continue working and try to generate scoring chances. I mean, best team in the county, or rather conference. There's a reason why.
They turned on the afterburners tonight. Once they got that first goal halfway through the first period, that's when things really started turning in Skaneateles' favor. They had the momentum up to that point, but once they got that first goal, that's when everything went the Scan Lakers' way. Under 20 seconds to play now. 15 on the clock. That pass tipped away. And it's McGowan giving it up for Jeffrey McCrone. 8 seconds now. Cole Kennedy chips it ahead. Aiden McGowan looking for one more shot, maybe. 2 seconds now. Run. The shot blocked. It's tipped away. And that will do it from W.G. Allen Ice Arena tonight. 11-1 the final as the Skaneateles Lakers take care of business against the Casanova Lakers tonight. And they're up to a baker's dozen wins this season. 13 of them in 13 games. Jared, what's your biggest takeaway from tonight?
The biggest takeaway, just an outstanding effort all around, really. We talked about Drew Henderson just because of the highlight reel goals he scored. 2 of those on the night, 2 assists, but it's defensemen that are contributing. Talked about Luke Renault with a goal and an assist as well on that second unit, and it's absolutely stellar work from Skaneateles to coach that, to start your offense from the defense out of the back. You can get them involved on the rush, you can get them going. It's a mix-up that really confused Casanova tonight as they were able to contribute on those backdoor plays. And then when you're talking about backdoor plays, some combinations that Garrett Krieger and Charlie Major had, just fantastic. It was mainly Major the facilitator. He did notch a goal there at the end, but it's both of those guys looking for each other. Krieger, of course, finished with a hat trick and one more. He got 4 goals and an assist on the night. Just an absolutely outstanding all-around team effort, and it's been drilled into the squad from the start of the season. That's why they got the perfect record.
2 goals, 2 assists for Drew Henderson tonight. A 4-goal night once again for Garrett Krieger. Not the first time he's done that this season. 3 assists for Charlie Major along with the goal. just one away now from 100 career assists as a Laker in his career. That'll do it for us from Skaneateles tonight. Final score 11-1 in favor of the Scan Lakers. For Jared Johnston, I'm Eric Booth. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Once again, we cannot wait to see you back here inside the Skaneateles YMCA. We hope you enjoyed this one tonight. Stay safe and have a great night.